Welcome. Lesson 29, Learning SQL in Access. In this video, we're going to learn how to concatenate, that's to say, add up fields in a column in a database table. To show you how we might do this, the first thing we're going to do is open up the criminals database table. And in this current table view at the moment, you can see in fact there are 7 records. What we're now going to do is we're going to focus on 2 fields. The 2 fields that we're interested in is this one that says gender and this one that says location. It could be that for whatever reason we want to generate a report giving us the gender of the criminal at the various locations. The first thing we're going to do is close down this table. We're now going to go to where it says create. We're now going to select Query Design, and if I just select Close on that for a moment, and if I select View, and now I select SQL View, that takes me inside the SQL editor. Now the fields that I am in fact interested in the first time round, I'm going to select Gender, and I'm going to select Location, and this is going to be from the criminals table. From criminals. Semicolon. Let us now run this query. 2 things to note. First of all, we can in fact see that the gender and location values have turned up for all the records. Secondly, we can see that they are in fact in different columns. Let us go back to the SQL view. What we're now going to do is we're going to add these fields together. So I'm going to get rid of the middle comma and I'm going to put in the plus sign. So this time we're actually adding the gender column and the location column. Let us select one again. This time we get something totally different. We get the same values for the 7 records, but the first thing to note is there's only one field which has got a default name of EXPR 1000, this column, and second, we can in fact see that as a result of adding the 2 columns, the 2 fields together, we've got the values but they are slap bang against each other, not particularly useful. Let us go back inside view and go to SQL view. And this time we're going to put in a kind of a buffer. So if I put in open speech marks, and I'm going to give myself a couple of spaces, about 4 or 5 spaces, and then closing speech marks, and then a plus sign again. And what I'm going to do then, after the word location, or rather the field name location, I'm going to type as open speech marks, gender, locations. Close speech marks. Let us run the query again, and I'll just make the column a bit wider. Several things to note. First thing to note is that there is only one column, not 2. The 2 columns, 2 fields have been added together. The title of the field in this query is gender locations, and we can see on the left hand side of each cell we've got the gender, on the right we've got the city or the location, and we can in fact see there's now a space between the individual items of data because of the space that we put in inside the query. So we've got select gender plus, and then we've got these kind of spaces inside the apostrophe, plus again, then the location, the city field, as gender locations, and we get the query produced accordingly.